let's see if it likes this one better. I think it might. I think we might be okay. Hopefully some Gorals join. I know I've broken your trust once today by having a stream promised and it didn't work. See, this is why I'm not a stream queen, Gorals. This is why you don't trust a hater to do a stream queen's job. But I think we'll be okay. I think we got it. We just need some people here, and everything works out. I'll let the DVD thing play, just to give ourselves a little bit of time. I know some people who have come to my channel won't even know what this screen is, which is very upsetting to me. All right, you came back. I appreciate it. Let me make sure this part's working for me. I think it is. We'll see. Hey, look at that. Okay. All right. I'm now dropping 0% frames. Before I was dropping 64%. For you non-technical types, that's a 64% difference. But I think we're all right now. So I'm going to watch that super long stream she did, the public one, where she breaks her silence, if you couldn't tell from the title of my stream. I've got her on 1.25 speed. I still might not go through the whole thing, because honestly, I don't know that I have that kind of time, especially now. Thanks a lot, OBS Studio. But I think we'll be all right. So we'll at least get started, and we can talk amongst ourselves, which is the real fun anyway, right? So I'm going to take that down, put that down, bring her up, and we can get going. If we have to. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Hey, Beam. There she is. Big as life. All right. No more choppiness indeed. Yeah, you know what? I'm good to go. We only got 3 people here, but I don't care. They're the best 3 people, if you ask me. Let's get her going.
Hello, hello. Sorry, my other one stopped working. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, I know that feeling.
I hope that you guys are doing well. I went to press go live and it wouldn't let me go live. And I was like, what is happening? It has been windy lately, so I don't know if it's like the internet or what. So I had to cancel it and then start a new one.
Yeah, the wind blew the internet away.
How are you guys doing? Already I have a new member, so thank you, IDK, for joining Stream Queens. I really, really appreciate that.
Chest piece in full effect.
Hi, Olivia. Hi, Drowsy. This is just time for people to come in. Oh my god, I forgot to put on rings. I hate when I do that.
Well, you have so much else going on.
People to just come in and
It's easy to forget. I mean, you're so busy throughout the day.
Get acquainted, sit down, grab some popcorn, get some water. I'm drinking this big old Fiji.
Hey, water. Imagine that.
I'm thirsty. First water in months. That's actually a very true statement. What's the lip color? I'm wearing 2 of them actually. This one is in some brand that I don't know how to pronounce. Male?
Does it sound like there's somebody walking around in the background to you guys?
Male? Melee? And the color berry, so that's that. And then on the outside, it is Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in Speak Your Mind, which is perfect for this. The teeniest sip. I'm just dainty. What can I say?
Oh boy.
No, I'm not using Revlon. Been a silent watcher since I was 16, now 24. I love you. Oh my god, Harley, stop. That's so long. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. So I do have some notes because I have been told come with notes. So I do have a little bit of notes. Is this gonna have tea? Lauren, hello. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, the standard of what people consider tea, I guess, yes, it's gonna have tea. I am here to be accountable. Like I said in my
Only once you're dead to rights caught is when you're willing to be quote unquote accountable, which PS still not.
I am nervous. I'm very nervous. And I'm actually really anxious, but that's okay. Like I said in my community post, I want to be accountable. So you guys are gonna find out tea of things that is real and is true. And yeah, I also want to talk about things that aren't real and aren't true because I feel like that is just as important.
Well, you talk about plenty of things that aren't real and aren't true.
ABCDFG can be true and I could take accountability, while LMNOP also I want to clear up. I just think that's fair. I do have some like screenshots and some things like that. So I'm just going to try my hardest. Like, this isn't a place for me to like bash Beck or talk about their personal things. Like,
All of her screenshots are always just her saying something, right? So it's just her saying the same lie as now, but back then. Or probably not even from back then, just made to look like it was said back then. Like, she doesn't understand that her saying something is not proof. Proof would be if someone else said something to you or acknowledged what you said.
that's not what I'm doing. Um, so I just want to like also make that very clear. Maya, thank you so much for the super chat. Denise, thank you so much as well. Um, and I want to give you guys like the chance to ask me whatever you want. Like, this is your opportunity. Kaden, I still have a crush on you.
Where's Rarity? There's my question.
Thank you for the compliment. How are you taking accountability other than just saying it? Thank you for the super chat because I'm going to be literally giving examples. And yeah, I really hope that like this helps because I genuinely have been feeling awful.
By helps, she means get people off her back.
We love you from the UK. Love Ellie and Phoebe. Oh, thank you guys. I love you too. Don't do this. You are better than them. They want this. I'm not better than anybody. They're not better than me. Right. I'm not better than them. It's not about that. It's just like so much. Like, I've been wanting to say so much and I haven't been able to. And I'm going to say why. Okay, so some stuff I obviously blocked out. September 7th, 2022, I get a text from Beck saying, last fucking warning, stop talking about me. All you do is talk shit about me. And I just want to forget you and all of the bullshit. I will stop being silent if you don't. And I'm not the only one who has a lot to say about you. Final fucking warning. Take my name out of your mouth and I can get the law involved. Okay, that's fair. Here's the screenshot. And obviously I crossed out everything else.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't get the law involved because someone talked about you on the internet. I don't feel like that's really what slander laws are there for.
Because obviously, like, that's personal. So that's fair. Okay. So I stopped talking about them. And that text was kind of after like I said the proposal story. And in the proposal story, I didn't even say Beck's name, you know? And obviously everyone knew what it was about. So that's my bad. And I shouldn't have done that. But at the time, like, I felt like, okay, if they're allowed to make videos and say what they want, like, I should be allowed to as well. So Beck obviously sent that. So I was like, okay. All right. So I did stop talking about them. And I think what was hard at the time for me,
I mean, I guess she really did, to be fair,
was Beck started making videos about me while telling me, don't talk about me, keep my fucking name out your mouth, or I'm going to get the law involved.
So what? She didn't say she wasn't going to make videos about you. She said don't make videos about her.
I know there's internet sleuths. Is that what they call them? Internet sleuths out there? Okay, so with my notes.
Sleuths. She reads all the time, you guys. Very literate.
I do want to delete everything that I'm like already talking about just so I don't get confused. So if you see me like doing that, I'm sorry. It's just like a break. So if there's internet sleuths out there, there is a phase of time, like easily for like 2 years, I would not talk about Beck. I did not say a word. I was also with Feline, and Feline was very good at urging me to not speak about Beck. And so I listened. It was just hard because like Beck was able to say whatever they wanted, when they wanted, how they wanted. And that was like hard for me. So that is why.
And in reality, so were you. Beck could not actually stop you from doing anything.
When I say like I feel like I'm being silenced, that is what I mean. Because I took that text message and I was like, all right. And I think now things have just got like I really wasn't gonna say anything, obviously. But things have gotten so like out of
Obviously.
hand with like things that like, okay, how am I supposed to take accountability if I don't say what for? So I want to say what for. And I also think it's important that like I share my side of
Important.
things that are not true. Um, would you ever consider attending a behavior change program for abusers no hate? I generally want to see you succeed. Yeah, I would do anything. Like, are you joking? Thank you for the super chat.
You would do anything. Yeah, that's why you've successfully lost all that weight, because you were willing to actually go to the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're not willing to do anything.
So with like, I want to answer questions and then I want to like also do some of my notes, et cetera, et cetera. So we can just like go back and forth with that. So someone said this is not accountability. We haven't gotten there. We have not gotten there. We have just started. We haven't even been on here for 10 minutes yet. I'm extremely nervous. I am absolutely detached from myself. So if I laugh, giggle, whatever it may be, it's because I'm extremely detached from this whole situation. I feel like I'm watching this happen to myself. Why don't you do Dr. Nell's diet for a month? Because I'm not being supervised by a healthcare provider and it's pretty extreme.
You could be. If you wanted to be, it'd be very easy to make that happen. But you know why it doesn't happen? Because you don't want to be.
All right, so let's start with my mouth sounds dry. Okay. This might be a really long live, so
Water mukbang.
can you please tell my friend Tiffany, happy birthday. She just turned 26 today. Happy birthday, Tiffany. Have a great one. And thank you for the super chat, Emma. Thank you, Kaylin, for the super chat as well. Okay. Is this going to be left up to watch later or no? Yes. How about a buzzball? I am doing this completely sober. Love you, girl. Sending love. Thank you, Izzy. At least you look pretty. Oh my God, stop. Okay. A main question I have is it difficult handling the situation when you've said you wanted to handle it privately and they keep making it public / responding? Yes, that's obviously a very different and hard type of situation to be.
You're a public figure, and that is of your own doing.
To be doing because like I really want to like I would love to have like a conversation with Beck offline. Like Beck can have their partner there, friends, family, a whole slew of people, and I can be by myself. Like whatever would make them feel comfortable. Whatever can make them feel comfortable, safe, whatever it may be. Because like doing this online like is a lot because the thing like I get like in my videos because I look back, I see in some of my videos I was like pretty harsh to Beck, and for that I'm sorry, especially like doing it publicly. Like it's pretty awful, really. But like the things that happen like not online, like I would love to be able to like have that conversation, like, but it's not going to happen. So there's not much I can really do about that. Someone said, please stop crying. I am extremely emotional. It's hard to regulate my emotions. So I'm going to be doing the best I can with actually not crying. I'm actually working really hard on that, even on my everyday life, to like,
Well, you have to do the most you can to try and get as much sympathy as you can.
not cry at every fucking thing in the world. So, and I know a lot of people are like, you are not a victim. I'm not saying I'm a victim. I'm saying that there's two people in this story, and one of them isn't being honest about the situation at hand. And it's like, when I was going through my messages to try to find proof for certain questions, because I do have some screenshots that I want to show you guys, I found a text message of a situation that like I didn't even remember happening. And it just made me realize that like I'm not perfect. Beck wasn't perfect. Like I was super controlling of their time, of like their energy. I always wanted them near.
Weird how this only comes out once there's all of the streams and videos from Beck outlining how she was all of these things. Do you really think Amberlynn didn't know she was all of these things before?
Me, like always. Like it was crazy. And I'm able to admit that, and I'm sorry for that, and that's wrong. Beck is their own individual, their own person, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. And for some reason at the time, it felt like I needed them always. And I'm able to realize that I was not perfect.
There she goes.
And it's like I hate like having to do like two things at once because it makes me feel like my apology or my accountability isn't real. But it is. Like what I'm about to say does not take away from that, and I need people to hear it. I need people to hear that. And so anyways, I was going through and I was looking for proof of something, which
Yeah, I mean, this is all the first time she's hearing all of this about herself. She's never heard any criticism about her behavior.
I'll show you. And
I'm sure no girlfriend has ever told her all of the ways in which she's ruining their lives.
It's like there was this text message I saw where I like sent a big long message to Beck saying like how I felt. It's actually on my other phone. If you guys want to see, I can get up and go get it. But some of it is actually personal. And in it, I was saying how like I like quoted some things that Beck said to me. And one of the things was I wrote down in my notes, at least my family didn't do drugs. Like Beck would say things like that to me, and I forgot.
My guess is Beck said that after you said something horrible about her family. Because that, like just the way that's phrased, it's obviously a response to something you said about Beck's family. So then Beck would say, oh, well, at least my family didn't do drugs. Which, you know, it's a low blow, but it's also a fair point. But also, more to the point, it didn't just come out of nowhere as an attack to you.
That they even said that to me until I was looking at a text message from like, I think it was like 2020. And I was like, holy fuck. And it's things like where it just, neither of us were happy. Like I felt, oh my God. And then I saw a message from Dana. Like Dana was so worried about me. I think it was like 2020. Dana sent me this whole paragraph of like, cause Dana stayed the weekend and her
Weird, but okay.
Destiny did. And I can't look at the chat while also talking because then I want to answer your guys' questions. And then I get confused while I'm trying to talk. Dana was like, you are not yourself. Like, I can tell you're not happy. Like, you don't deserve to be treated like this. Like, Dana, like, also saw, like, a situation where two people were not good to each other. And Dana saw, like, a big difference in me. Like,
Dana has successfully escaped the Amberverse. Let's leave her alone.
It's just hard because it's, like, part of me fucking wishes that it was just me. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, a part of me wishes it was just me who was not a good girlfriend, not a good this, not a good that, because then it would just be so much easier for me to come on here and be like, yep, everything that Beck is saying is 100% true, and this is, like, exactly how it is. But it's not. It's not reality. It's not. And it just, like, makes it hard. Anyways, it, like, literally doesn't even matter. Because I just need really more than anything to just get
yeah, Dana was always good at solving things.
All of this like off my chest. And it's not like fully about like people believing me or whatever it may be. It's like I just need to get all of these feelings and thoughts off of my chest. So before I start being like, well, Beck said this, but here's proof that that's not true, I would like to answer some of your guys' questions that I can be accountable for, because
I still don't believe she only has one phone.
This to be a situation where it's like, oh, Amberlynn is just trying to prove Beck wrong or this and that. Like, no, I want to literally be accountable. Because that is just as important to me. I don't think any hate helps in the situation. Let her talk. There's two sides to every story. Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, Miranda, she has all of her quote-unquote evidence on her phone that she's flipping through.
Agree with that. Deep breath. You are valid. You are okay, LR. Thank you, Harley. Appreciate it.
Because it's too much work to actually put things on the screen for us to see or figure out how to do that.
That Amber, you're 100% drunk. Don't lie. Go to bed. I am completely sober. Saying I'm accountable doesn't make you accountable. Correct. That's why I am trying to list off ways that I'm accountable. Dana stole your girl. Could be true. Could be true. I'm currently reading super chats because I don't want to like skip any of those because I'm gonna feel bad. Where are the tears? They're there and they're messing up my makeup.
Somebody made a video that said she got like $500 in super chats during this stream, which is crazy.
So what you talk about Destiny's brother on drugs? Yes, that was a very, very low point of me, and I should have never done that, and I'm sorry for that. That was a very bad look, and it was horrific because like you guys know that I have like addicts in my family, and I should have never, ever, ever done that. Your past does not define who you are. Grow and learn. You have an amazing personality. No one can take that from you. Thank you.
Imagine sending her a super chat to just lie.
Can you shout out my best friends, Cal and Andre, who love you so much and are also struggling with BPD? Love you.
BPD.
Hello, Cal and Andre. BPD is hard to handle, but we got this. It's something we'll always struggle with, but there's way to regulate and there's ways to help with symptoms and etc.
How would you know?
You look so beautiful today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Does my mom have dementia? No. Not that we know of. Okay.
She's got a demented daughter.
You haven't been diagnosed. I have been diagnosed. Okay. Wow, you guys are being really sweet, actually. I appreciate that a lot. I was like really nervous, like to come on here. And why are you laughing? I already told you I am a nervous laugher. Laugher? That word sounds fake right now. And I also feel like super like detached from myself in this moment. You know, oh my God. Thanks for super chat. Okay, so can you guys ask me like straight questions? Because I feel like that would just genuinely be easier for me. And I feel like people are always asking questions, but then it's like when I put you on the spot, I know it's hard to like come up with stuff. Like I totally get that.
There is no shortage of questions you have been asked.
Read your notes. Did you not prepare anything to say? I did, but that's like, I want to go like back and forth. I thought you only have one phone. I do actually, but I use one phone, which is this guy. I went into my storage unit and I got my phone from when I was actually dating Beck. So I went all the way to my storage unit and got it, plugged it in, charged.
Yeah, I'm sure it's miles away and not just in the basement of that building or in the next building over.
Charged it. So yeah. I love you, Amber. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Who diagnosed you with BPD and when? So it was actually when I was seeing the psychologist. It was around the era of when I was like getting my weight loss surgery. I was with Feline at the time. So it was 2023. It was, I would say maybe March of 2023, like around that area. And that was when they were like, okay, so you meet the criteria because there's like 9 criterions, whatever. And they were like, but you need to see someone who like specifically can help you with this because my psychologist at the time did not. And I never saw anyone until now. So can we see the screenshot? Which one? Okay, fine.
Miranda, you want to buy her giant tub of like wrapping paper, all of her old Legos that she's put together and just dumped in there?
Oh, okay, someone finally asked a question. Thank you. Did you tell Beck your foster parents didn't let you go to Disney? No. So Beck is mixing 2 completely different stories together. And what's really crazy about this is there's actually a clip of me, Beck, Ricky, and Eric. Eric and Ricky are people who were really good friends and we lived with them. We were all sitting in the dining room.
I'm not so confident they were your really good friend, but
table. And me and Eric Ricky was talking about a time that he was in jail. And Beck was like, I don't remember this. And Eric was like, how do you not remember that? And then me and Eric actually are sitting there. There's like a clip of this online, so you can go see it. Me and Eric were like, Beck, like you're always like remembering like certain stories that like 3 different stories and like combining them together and like you're not remembering. And that's what's happening. So my foster parents were getting their kitchen renovated. And there was some sort of like fume type thing that actually made it to where we had.
I guarantee there was some kind of fume in that house if you were living there.
To leave the home for a few days and stay in a hotel. And instead of staying in a hotel, well, they stayed in a hotel. My brother stayed at a friend's house, but they stayed in a hotel and I stayed in the garage. They stayed at a hotel called the Sheraton, which in Petaluma, California, at the time, that was like the best hotel there was there, et cetera, et cetera. Disneyland.
Do you think the Sheraton is like one hotel that just happens to be in Petaluma, California?
I've talked about Disneyland multiple times. I've gone more than once. So when I was with Beck, I very much shared that I went to Disneyland. Very much. Okay. Why were you completely unable to recognize how Beck felt and their emotions for the entirety of your 4-year relationship?
Because she doesn't care.
Well, you have to be more specific, because sometimes I did know exactly how they felt because they told me. And I'm realizing that there was a lot of times that they lied. I think a really good example of that would be like choosy, or like when they would give me like the anxiety massage. Like, it's just like partner, you know, emotional regulation, like making your partner feel good and safe and loved, and things that I would also do for them. Like, they really liked when I would do this. So that was like my thing that I did for them. And it's like,
It's really funny that that's the one example that she has of something that she did for Beck. Because that's the one she always goes to, because it's all she's got. And it's dumb.
I'm realizing that it wasn't that at all. It was, I almost feel like I was a burden to them
You
in
were.
moments that I thought we were actually genuinely bonding. Like, that's the part that's like hard for me to like wrap my head around, I think. Do you owe Beck $6,000? No. So I guess we can talk about the inheritance. I did talk about this in my members only, but obviously not everyone saw that. So in my members only, I talked about how Beck is saying that I took the inheritance. Me and Beck had a joint account. Okay, so this is where a screenshot comes in. So I'm glad we're talking about this. Let me get to it. I have done some picture taken. Wow. Okay, so me and Beck had a joint account, and it was originally her bank account, their bank account. I'm sorry, I'm getting really, really flustered. My apologies. So it was originally their bank account, and when we got together, I ended up going on their bank account together. So we were joint bank accounts. So any money that either of us both received went into one full-fledged, one area. In a recent, I don't know if it was video, live stream, I forget what it was, Beck said how they didn't even have the means to look at the bank to see how much money was in there, that they had to use my debit card, that I had my own private thing. Those are not true statements. I have a screenshot. I was not able to get into the bank ever.
Of. I mean, why would you not have access to an account that your name is on?
How much did I get paid? I would text Becky and literally ask that. I'd be like, how much did I get paid?
Also, yeah, Miranda, why are you having a joint account with your girlfriend? That's bizarre.
Et cetera, et cetera. And Beck would literally send me screenshots of our bank. So I have everything crossed off that's like personal information, but this is just proof.
Amberlynn probably didn't have a bank account prior to that and was like too scared to get one, would be my guess.
That was a lie from Beck, an absolute lie. I said, how much money is in the bank? And here's a screenshot that says, hi, Rebecca, like, et cetera, showing how much money we had in the bank, because I was not able to get into it. I was never able to see how much went in there, how much I got paid, unless I looked on my AdSense, which is part of YouTube, and that's how you get paid. I was never able to see any of that. And we had our own separate debit cards that were in the joint account together. Any money that Beck received would go into the same spot that my money went to, because again, it was joint. I didn't have private anything. Again, this is probably the one of the biggest lies. Has left my jaw on the floor. All right, I don't want to accidentally show any of my other pictures. That'd be hectic. So here we have it, where I say how much money is in the bank. So here it says, hi, Rebecca, because this is their account, literally their account right here, which we shared, but I could not get into it. So I have so many screenshots of Beck sending me screenshots of the bank because I couldn't see it. So it's like, let me cross this off of my things that I've talked about, because in my notes, I don't want to get confused. It's things like that like has left me, my jaw on the floor. My, like, literally, hold on, let me just take a break. Where did I have this even on here? I can't find it. Oh wait, okay, I talked about this. So I'm gonna cross this off. I just don't want to like repeat anything.
Beck was probably out collecting fast food for Amber.
Yeah. Okay. And I also put in my notes with that is like, my mom stayed with us for like 2 months when I had cancer, and my mom saw our dynamic. And
remember, I had cancer, you guys. You got to feel sorry for me.
And Beck, because I've talked to my mom about this, obviously, because my mom's like just as shocked as I am. My mom saw Beck had their own debit card, literally their own debit card. Like, I don't understand, like, this crazy, weird lie. Like, we can say that, like, I was abusive and controlling because I was very controlling of their time. And I'm very, very so sorry for that. But never once have I ever been financially abusive. We have been equally so bad with money. That's why I have nothing to literally show for anything, because we would spend so much money, the both of us, constant. Like, they were allowed to buy what they want when they wanted. Like, I literally bought them a car. Like, I bought them a car. I'm
You had to after you destroyed the old one.
that type of person where you guys have even seen it. You guys have seen it. You guys have called me out on my shit. I buy love. And I have gotten so much better with that, especially because, like, the last, like, 6 years of my life, 7 years of my life, 8 years, actually. What am I saying? Like, the last, like, 8 years of my life, like, I have bought people with money. I have bought love. I have bought friendships. I have bought laughter. I have bought time with people because of money. And that's how it's always been.
I would argue you've only bought their time and not like their actual care.
Never been a greedy person when it comes to money. It's almost like I got a kick out of giving people money and, like, going on shopping sprees and, like, doing all these sorts of things. So it's like, what? I don't know. When I got with Beck, they had a car, but they wanted something better. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. You're crossing out important part of the conversation, so it favors you? No, I'm crossing out like, private stuff. I mean, I guess can I revert this? Hold on. You guys are gonna laugh. Wait, hold on. Wait, which one is this?
I mean, I'm
Hold
sure we
on.
will laugh, but at you.
Hold on. I swear I'm like a boomer when it comes to this stuff over here. Okay. So here, well, see, I can't show you because then that shows, like, bank information, private bank information. Ooh.
How convenient.
Someone said we haven't learned a damn thing. You have that Beck has lied, and I know a lot of people, like, I can't show the bank information, but literally what I crossed out is me talking about, is your food cold or gross, or did you just order it? And then I was like, the wax melt thing in the living room is broken and spilling onto the bulb. Did you know that? Here. Ooh. So that's that. I'm sure someone can, like, screenshot it. So nothing special there. And then the other one that I had crossed out, like, this one's embarrassing. But if we want to be truthful here, I feel so embarrassed. Okay. Wait, I'll just zoom in. Okay. I'll just read it. I just want you to know that I was in love with you and I was heartbroken. And I even am now. I wrote this to Beck, by the way. I even am now, as I'm realizing I'm losing someone I thought was family. I truly think you are one of the best people I've ever known, and I would be grateful for you till the day I die. You were there for me during the most hardest times of my life. I will continue to be sorry for everything
Most hardest.
hard I put you through. I will forever miss you, Becky. Truly. So that's awkward. So that's what I had crossed off on that one. All right, so back to my notes. Okay. So Beck says that they never met Feline or Libby, but that's not true. There's video proof of both of those things. Beck says that they wiped me. Okay, so story time on that.
True.
Beck started wiping me after my hysterectomy, and it continued on after that. This part is embarrassing, and this part I am going to be accountable. Here we go. Accountable Lynn coming in at you. So my hysterectomy.
Admitting that something happened is not being accountable. That's not what that means.
Okay, so wiping. Okay, I'm so embarrassed. Holy fuck. Wiping for me has always been extremely hard.
Yeah, you don't say.
Bigger girl, obviously.
Bigger
if you're
girl.
bigger, my
Bigger than what, a bus?
size, it's hard. When I was about to get my hysterectomy, that was a big thing for me, that I was like, how am I going to be able to wipe myself? Because it's hard already. I'm not going to be able to. So this is something that I was like, at the time, I was like, Becky, like, are you going to be able to do this for me? Like, I'm really embarrassed about it. And they were like, of course. Like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. So when I was healing, I physically could not do it. Like, physically could not do it. And so Beck did it for me. And so did my mom. Me and my mom would laugh about it, though, because it was just like, okay, you did this for me as a
Yeah, I'm sure your mom thought it was hilarious
baby.
that she had to wipe her 500+ pound daughter who is almost immobile.
And now you're doing it for me as an adult. So it was an embarrassing type deal. But so me not being able to wipe for, it was like honestly a few weeks, and already something that was already so hard for me, I kind of lost the ability to do it. I was literally shook. Because I remember when I was noticing like my healing was getting better, like everything was going great, like I was able to do all sorts of things again and all this stuff, and like the healing was just going perfect. And I was
I'm gonna let this go at 1.5 speed, and you guys let me know if it's too fast.
like, holy fuck, wait a minute. I like have lost the ability to like do this. And obviously after time I was able to figure that out again, thankfully. But I would say Beck wiped me for I would say a good 9 months. And it's really embarrassing. And I know a lot of people are going to forever make this a meme, and that's okay. I also did very embarrassing things for Beck. Like that's what you do when you're in a 5-year relationship. Like that is what you are going to do, period.
I refuse to believe there was anything comparable that you would be willing to do for Beck.
You are going to help the person that you love, and you're going to be there for them. You're going to be there for them if you love them. And I'm truly embarrassed about it, because moral of the story is it's my fault because of my size. Because if it wasn't for my size, like that would have never have had to happen. And I'm sorry that I would ever put anyone in that sort of situation to have to do that. And I'm forever grateful that like they were there for me during like that fucking scary time. I'm not gonna lie. But then this goes down to people asking like, did Feline do that? No, because like I said, Beck did it for the like, because eventually I was able to do it again.
Because you couldn't beat down Feline to do it, probably.
And I want to make it very, very clear that that is the only thing they helped me with. Like back in 2019, they got me a bucket with some water twice to like help wash myself, because that was during a hard time as well. But never ever once did I have them bathe me.
It's so funny. She thinks that having to like sponge bathe herself on the mattress that she laid on the floor on only twice isn't that bad. That number should be 0.
Shower me. That never happened. And if it did, I would tell you, because I just told you the most embarrassing thing. Like if someone had like a gun to my head and said, what is your biggest secret ever? It would have been that. I had a partner who wiped me for 9 months. That is embarrassing. And I see a lot of people making
Your biggest secret is something we all already knew happened.
fun of me. I knew that was going to happen. And I guess that's fine. Okay. Okay. So another thing, Beck said how I always went through their phone and how I would never let them go through mine. Half of that is true. Half of that is not true. So something I was really bad with due to like trust issues, but it doesn't even matter otherwise. We're not going to even.
None of that should be true.
Just erase that I just said that. I would go through Beck's phone. Yes. And I also did it to past partners as well. Not a good look. Very not a good look. I was always, I'm not even going to say why. It doesn't matter why. I did it, and I'm sorry. That's controlling. That's wrong. It's wrong. Point blank period. I should not have ever done that. Like there's no reason. But the part about Beck saying they were never allowed to go through my phone, they were never allowed to read my journals, is a lie. I have proof. A very old journal. And if you guys know, if you watch my vlogs, you guys know I've showed this like a million times before. So this journal is from June 18th, 2021 to December 9th, 2021. And
That's probably the reason why she's always kept so many journals, is so she can go back and do stuff exactly like this.
I have showed this in multiple vlogs. So this isn't like a fake story time, nothing like that. I saved the spot and everything. On July 24th of 2021, I wrote this. I think I'm done reading this journal to Becky. This shit has gotten kind of deep, and I want to go even deeper. There are some things I don't want Becky knowing, mainly because I'm embarrassed. I want to be able to write in this journal as if it's absolutely no one is going to read it. This is the best way to write. I haven't told Becky she will no longer be reading this journal, but I should probably tell her soon. I just kind of feel bad about it, even though I shouldn't. So obviously I don't want to show you guys what else it says in here. So I took a screenshot of the thing, of the actual page, but I took out everything else. So again, July 24th, 2021. And this is when I started meeting Feline. So I was like writing things about.
Yeah, her keeping every phone ever is definitely so that she can go back for evidence against people.
Feline, and I was like, this is awkward. Why would I let Becky read this? So here's the actual page. Like a lot of people like are like, Amberlynn, if you're going to come on here, we need some sort of proof. So I'm trying to give you, like, obviously I can't show proof of everything.
It's not proof. It's something you said happened. That's your journal.
everything under the sun. Like, that's not possible. But the things that I can give proof, like, I'm trying my very hardest. Someone said your handwriting sucks. Sorry. So the red is just me blocking out stuff that, you guys, that's embarrassing. I can't show the whole journal entry. Like, it's a journal for a reason. This is just like the entry from that I'm just trying to show you.
All right.
From July 24th. Like, what am I supposed, like, literally that is the, like, I don't know what to tell. Like, I've showed this so many times I can't even count. Hold on. You guys are making me. Oh my God. Okay. You guys just want to see the whole page?
No, I don't
like
care.
I'm so embarrassed right now. I'm literally talking shit about myself in this. Yes. Like, if this was back and they were like, I have a journal entry to prove that Amberlynn did this, you, like, people would be eating that up, like, literally. Okay. So I was talking about Feline, obviously. I said, I'm seriously so confused about my emotions right now. I like Feline more than I thought I would. So when she randomly said she wants to be single because she can't commit, my heart dropped. This is some tea. I just don't understand, because everything we do is like we're in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship either, but I also don't want her talking to anyone else. I'm pretty sure she feels the same way. I'm also confused because it seems like she wants to meet me sooner than I had expected. I'm just not ready for that. There's so many things I need to change and improve before we can even plan it. I don't feel like the person I am, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm worthy of love and attraction and sex, but then I remember who I really am and what I look like, and I lose all of that.
There you go.
I'm fat. I feel gross. I'm unhealthy. Yep. The list goes on.
Right.
This is embarrassing. No one is going to want me the way I am now. God. So I need
maybe the journals are the only places where she tells the truth.
To change. I fucked up by being in such a rut for so many years of my life. I regret it all so much. I hate that I cannot experience the shit I want to experience, all because of my weight. It has literally ruined everything. And then in my next paragraph, that is when I wrote about, here it is, the full shabam. So that was just me trying to prove to you guys that, like, Beck got to read my stuff. Beck got to read my full-fledged journal entries, even though they are telling everyone that they didn't. Like,
again, how is that proof? The proof is you saying you let her read it. Just because you wrote in the journal that you read the journal to Beck, that doesn't mean it really happened. It means you wrote it in the journal.
Does that make sense? Like, Beck is telling people that they had no control over the bank, but I'm the one who didn't. I'm the one who didn't. Like, I needed to ask them to look at the bank. Like, how much money do we have in the bank? I never would know. So it's like, they're allowed to, like, lie about stuff because the tea is piping. The tea is hot. Like, yes, I would also let Beck look through my phone, but I don't think they ever actually asked. Maybe like once, and I was just like, sure, like, very much that. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Okay, let me cross this off in my notes.
Yeah, people who aren't crazy don't ask to look through your phone.
So one of the hardest things, like, okay, so after we broke up, we had mutual friends, obviously, and I found out a lot of things.
Well, no, you glommed on to Beck's friends because you don't have any, and then continued to try to talk to them after you and Beck broke up, as is your way.
Things that I did not know about, actually. That made sense, and it, like, added up for me, obviously. But behind my back, like, Beck admitted to using me for money, and that is the only reason why they were with me. And, oh, this part, like...
Well, it was all you offered.
Really hurt me. Beck literally called me a fat fucking bitch.
All right.
And that genuinely shocked me. And obviously you guys probably know who the mutual friends are, let's be real. But, like, Beck would, like, during an argument would say kind of harsh things, obviously, but never, like, vulgar. But, like, after, sorry, I have so much on my brain trying to read the chat and then trying to read this. Dan, no, I'm trying very hard to respect pronouns. It's very important. So when I heard, like, using me for money, like, low key, it felt like it made sense to me, because I would tell them, like, get a job. Like, I could tell you're bored, because once we moved from the home where we had roommates and we were living with friends, like, obviously it was different. Like, we always had something to do. But
Eric definitely loved to stir the pot. He was a real drama queen.
When it was just me and Beck, like, I was like, get a job. Like, are you joking? And so they tried Uber, but they only did it like twice. And I'm like, and I always tried to be super...
Because he was also just home all day doing nothing, like Amber.
Like, what's the word? What word am I looking for? I always try to be super supportive with their passions. Like I bought them all kinds of like this art stuff so they could start an art business, and I really wanted to help them with that. And like I
See, guys, I loved Beck. I bought them stuff.
tried so hard to be like, Beck, like you got this, like you can do anything like that you put your mind to, and they just didn't. And I genuinely don't understand, like, why not? Like, hold on, I'm behind on a lot of things. Okay, let me take off that part about the journal real quick. Okay, let me answer some of your guys' stuff. Show the bank screenshot in text. We can't see it. I did. Do you feel like Beck is still abusing you? I don't feel abused by them, and I don't. No. I think that this whole situation is like out of hand, and I know a lot of people are telling me, Amberlynn, like people are just committed to not believing you and committed to just being like, Beck is all good, Amberlynn is all bad, and that's fair, and that's 100% fair. I understand like there is amusement, there is entertainment in this, and I can't get mad at anybody. I mean, I to some people, I'm not real. I'm not human. I'm not any of that. Like some people can't understand that this is like super heavy and hard for me, and they're never gonna be able to understand that. And it's like, you know what, fine. Like, let's see. Did you ban Beck from watching reaction channels? No, because here's another thing that I thought was really weird. Beck literally doxed Zachary Michael's like full name in one of my YouTube videos, and there's literally a clip of it. And I was like so confused because I didn't even know Zach's full name. Like, how did Beck know it over me? I was beyond confused. So that's obviously something else that isn't true.
I mean, saying someone's name on the internet isn't really doxing them.
I would subscribe if I could afford. I love you so much. Oh, Danielle, it's okay. I love you too. Proof they heckle people struggling facing addiction. Beck wiped and bathed you for 4 years. Of course, you became a burden. Ashley, that is not true. Beck never bathed me and only wiped me for about 9 months, which is a long time and way too long for anyone to do, like especially like an adult. Like I feel absolutely awful for.
That's so long. I mean, think about how long 9 months really is. That is, I can understand like the days surrounding a surgery, sure, but 9 months
For that, but that's not true. What do you believe you
that surgery better have been having your arms removed.
Actually did wrong? Sage, that is such a good question. I was controlling and I was manipulative when I wanted to get my way, in the sense of like wanting them to just always be with me. And I would get angry with them when they would be gone for too long, because I would feel sad and lonely and all these stupid fucking annoying feelings that like genuinely, when it comes down to it, like don't matter. Like when it comes down to it, it literally does not matter. I was harsh with them. I would, and it's so crazy to like, at the time, like I didn't even view it that way, but like a good example of that is like when they were trying on the, sorry, my brain's working so fast, and it's like the words are not coming out.
Yeah, I'm sure working too fast is the problem.
What is it called? A fanny pack. And I was like, well, you could just lose some weight. You know, saying something like that is like talking down to somebody. And it's like, at the time I didn't even realize it. And like, I feel so awful for that. And I'm just like genuinely so sorry that like I ever put them in like a situation or a place to like ever feel bad about themselves. Like, it's weird because as much as like I did things like that and said things like that, I also very much like want to hype up my partner always, like, and I think that's why like I wanted them to do the art thing so much, and like I would always show their art because like I also wanted to like in the same breath like hype them up and make them feel good about themselves, because duh, who doesn't want to do that? Like of course you want to make your partner feel good, but like there was that other side of me where it's like I would talk down to them and like I would.
Yeah, Miranda, that's a pretty classic clip of them in Walmart with Amber like sitting in the cart telling Beck, oh, it'll fit when you lose weight.
Even realize it, and it's like I'm just so sorry for that, because then it makes me question like how many other times I do that and I didn't even realize it.
It's a real pot calling the kettle fat.
Like that's sad, and I'm just very sorry for that. Then why did you have to buy the engagement rings? I don't understand what that's asking exactly. Why did you guys share a bank account? I know tons of married couples who don't. I couldn't imagine sharing a bank account with a girlfriend. It's so weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was the last time I ever did it. Never going to do it again and never will do it again. No thanks. But why? I don't remember why we did it. It's just, I remember me and Destiny also shared a bank account. So it felt normal to me, because like the first time ever like receiving money from like as an income, I was with Destiny and we both had an income and we were putting our money together. So then when I first got with Beck, they had an income, I had an income, and I thought that was normal for like couples to get a bank account together. So I literally just went on theirs and I didn't really think anything of it. And like I said, I'm just all about like sharing the money. I've never been someone that's like, my money, my money. Like, that's never been me, or I would have gotten my own bank account and I would have stayed on my own bank account. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, when you're not married, it is your money. And that's how it should be.
And like, that's why it's just like so weird to me, because it was a joint bank account. We both had our own debit cards. Like, I had nothing. I had no private spot for my money. I didn't even know how much money I had half the time. Like, I had to ask
Thanks,
them
TM.
to send me screenshots of the bank statement. Like, ugh. Yeah. Did it say come wipe me? Huh? Screenshot and edit out bank info. I did show it. This keeping score shit is very immature. So, like, I think it's only fair, like, when you're in a relationship, like, you can be accountable for things and also share your side of the story. Like, that goes for both of us. Like, why is it only okay for them to share their story, but I'm not able to? And a lot of people are like, well, it's because you're an abuser. Beck is like a victim. Remember when I shared my story about Casey, and I still stand by every single thing I said about Casey. I still stand by that. No one believed me. No one believed a single thing I said. That has been one of the most torturous things that I've ever gone through in my actual lifetime. And no one believed a single thing that I said.
Still don't.
I am always, in the eyes of everyone else, the abuser to everybody. I never have my own story. Two things can never be true at once. Like, I'm always the bad guy. And
yep.
It's a lot for one fucking person to take on, especially like when I know my truth and I know what I'm saying is real. Like, it has been torturous, literally torturous. I understand that you want to prove yourself, with these people will never be persuaded. Stop giving them ammunition. You are dealing with incompetence. Yeah. Oh, yo, mama, hi. I didn't even know you were in here. Hello, hello. Amberlynn, let it go after this. People want to believe the worst and they're called trolls for a reason. They're the worst of the worst. This is challenging to watch. No one should have to do this. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, it's hectic. That's for the lack of a better word. You're asking for personal.
And there's certainly not a lack of better words.
Questions. You had told us you had an IEP. What was your disability? You have traits of autism with trauma and narcissism. What's an IEP? Hello, Dixon. Shout out to you from Angelina. Hello, hello. You say genuinely too much. Yeah. Sorry. Do you feel like people are holding you to unrealistic standards? If Beck didn't speak out about anything in the moment, how can you be expected to know everything? You're only human. Yeah, that's very true. And yes, I absolutely am held to unrealistic standards. Like, it's honestly insane to me. And I'm just going to use this as an example because it's like the first thing that I can think of is like Zachary and Michael for an instance. Like, I have been more free from watching reaction channels. Like, Jordy is like never on my list to watch. Like, what I'm trying to say is the only reaction channel that I watch that I don't like I like Elizabeth, so that doesn't count. Yo Mama, I like him, so that doesn't count. So those two do not count. Those, I will always watch them. But when it comes to like Jordy and like all of them, their little cluster of people, Zachary Michael is the only one that I sometimes watch still. And it's hard because it's like, even he has this unrealistic view of how I should be as a person, as a girlfriend, as a daughter, as a YouTuber, no matter what I'm showing in my videos.
What's your guys' favorite reaction channel? I know I've got the ones I watch, but I wonder what other people are into.
It's never good enough for him. And this is his job. So it's like, if your job is like to react to someone that's actually interesting to you, because obviously I'm not it. I'm not up to your standards of anything. Like, nothing is ever good enough. Like, I talk about my BPD because I want to hold myself accountable and I want to grow and learn and share and heal. Not good enough. I show my passions like Lego, this and that. Not good enough. Like, no matter what I do, no matter what I show, like, I'm never giving up this whole weight loss thing, but like, I watched Zachary's video from today and I'm talking about Weight Watchers and he's just rolling his eyes the whole time. It's just like, I'm never going to be like this perfect person. Like, I'm looked at like I'm supposed to be perfect and I'm not going to be. I'm genuinely not. Like, I'm yeah. Do you feel like people are holding you to an unrealistic standard? Yes. Forever. Yes. Like, what do you want me to do? I am 500 pounds, Zach. What do you want me to do in a YouTube video? Like, I don't get it. Like, I know this was probably a question referring to like Beck. I get that. I mean, that's like a whole other topic within itself. Like, I'm doing the best I can in all areas of my life right now. And it's just, I don't know.
I like the ankle too, but his videos get long sometimes.
I know that nothing I do is going to be right. So I have to just do what is right for me. So how will you stop?
As I say during my currently 55-minute live stream.
Those behaviors going forward. So it's hard to answer this question without bringing up the very big elephant in the room. So I'm going to try my very, very hardest.
That's you.
So the behaviors of like being controlling of like my partner's time, how I'm going to stop those is, I think me living by myself has actually greatly helped with that. Just like naturally, like genuinely, I love being alone. I love living by myself. Like, as you guys know, I don't want to talk about this, but I was in Wisconsin and I chose to come home myself because I love living by myself, like genuinely. And Yes, obviously I missed at the time, like I missed Wisconsin and I missed, don't get me crying, we're gonna start crying about something else. But like I genuinely like I've learned to like love time with just me. And like I still have the fear of abandonment. Like it's always gonna be there and it's always gonna trigger these fucking crazy things. But thankfully, with therapy and with practice and with knowledge and with patience and with loving myself and with learning and growing, maturing, all of that, I'm going to be able to not feel such a sense of urgency to have my partner near me, with me, all the freaking time. Like, obviously. And yeah. Stop those behaviors. I'm trying to think of what other behaviors. Like talking down to my partner. I think also like that genuinely comes with like maturity. I also was not in like a happy spot back then. And it's like I think genuinely like working on myself and my mental health and like learning how to respect people more and just like the whole world does not revolve around Amberlynn Reid, you know, like genuinely like processing all of that. And even since just being with Beck, like those behaviors that I recently have like listed off and named, like I've already improved, like just naturally. And I think being with Feline like genuinely helped with that. Like I'm not going to lie about it. So being with her like greatly helped. And it sucks that like I had to be with like a certain type of person to be able to like help. And like it sucks that like I needed a certain type of diagnosis to understand myself. Like I hate all these like little I's that had to be, you know, dotted and T's that had to be crossed before I could just fucking change.
Sorry I had to do things the right way.
And obviously you can't change overnight. And even like a tiny little half of a baby step a day is still every day um a step closer to improvement, you know? Um Sorry, I'm so freaking behind. I'm never gonna catch up. So I need to skip some stuff and I'm sorry about that. Oh, here's a good question. Okay. So why did you make Beck drive you around when they were in renal failure and over medicated? So Beck, I was with Beck for almost 5 years. Beck was over medicated for 3 months. That is it. It was, so they started the medication towards like the middle slash end of October 2019. And then they stopped taking it because finally in December, like I was putting my foot down. I actually have, it's on my other phone. I have a screenshot of me telling Beck, I have an, because we had the same psychiatrist. And I was like crying. I was like, I love you so much.
Which is also a terrible idea, by the way, and really messed up of that psychologist to even do that.
I miss you. Like something's wrong and we all care about you. Like, and I had an appointment with our psychiatrist. Like it was an appointment for me. And I was like, I'm going to give you that slot because I need you to like, you need to be seen. Like we were all worried about you, like collectively as like a unit. Like it was me, Eric, Ricky, their family, et cetera, et cetera. Like we were so worried. So thankfully, it was only 3 months out of 5 years that Beck was medicated. You can go back, you can look at the videos. It was hard and it was scary. I should have never, ever asked Beck to do anything while they were like that. And I'm sorry for that. I take full responsibility. I should have never asked for anything, ever. The renal failure was very, very thankfully short-lived because they were on metformin, which is a diabetic medicine. And as soon as like they started taking it, and I think it was like 2 weeks in, they had to get blood work again. And that's when they saw it. And so like immediately they were like, you can't take this anymore. So it was very quick, thankfully, because that was also very, very worrisome. And in those like sections of time, I should have never, ever asked for anything. Yeah, and I can say that hands down that I'm sorry and I take a full accountability for that. Should have never done that. Please know you deserve better than this. Don't ever feel like you owe anyone access to your private experiences, words, or thoughts. Love to you. Thank you so much, Lex. But they are so perfect, Amber. No skeletons in their closet. It's all you in the Catholic school they went to. That's why they're struggling. Yeah, no one's perfect. I will say that. You need real friends for the first time in your life. Darlene, how about you DM me? I'm joking, not me looking for friends online. No, I do have some really good friends, honestly.
Well, that is the only place you look for them, so.
You've said that you can do everything a normal person can. Has that changed then? Every single thing that a normal person, okay, well, I mean, there's a lot of things I can't do. Let's be real. Can't skydive. A lot of roller coasters I probably can't go on, et cetera, et cetera. Like the list can go on. But like normal everyday activities, I can do every single one of them by myself without any help. But everything is hard. Harder than it should be. But it's like, I'm used to it. So it's like my normal, if that makes sense. Admit you're okay with being with, oh my God, I'm not going to talk about that. You don't need to prove yourself to Jordy's and Snowflake's clown posse. The haters are incels hating you, make them feel better about their sad life. Yeah, it's a lot. Like Snowflake like cheats on his wife and like, that's okay. I don't know. It's just a lot.
What?
Amber, thank you for speaking your truth. Please stay strong. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that so much. Like genuinely. And I'm noticing like I'm getting a lot of support. I know there's a lot of people who are like, grow up. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh God, I have a lot of notes, but like what really matters, you know? What really matters? Let me just take off some of these things that I've talked about in passing. So if you guys want to give me a second, sorry. Okay, so it seems like I've talked about a lot. Okay, so we're gonna take this off as well. I hope you guys are having a good night, by the way. Or morning. I don't know where you guys live. You know what I'm saying? It could be morning where you are.
Well, Miranda, why hasn't she ever done anything ever?
Oh, okay, so I do want to point this out as well. So Beck said in a I'm pretty sure it was their live last night. Yeah, it was. They were reacting to Salty Crab. I finally know who that is. Hello, Salty Crab. So
I'm sure. Finally know who that is. As if she doesn't have like Google alerts set for any video that comes up with her name in it.
I said in my members live stream that Beck and I were friends for a year after we broke up, and that Beck did not want me telling anyone, obviously, because of backlash. And so then Salty Crab literally said that in their video, and Beck was reacting, and Beck was like, that never happened. We were not friends at all. I never said that. Never said that. So I have a screenshot of that being true. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to show it. So it was April 17th, 2022, which is almost a year after we broke up. I sent Beck, I'm literally getting harassed because people think I lied about us still being friends. Why can't I just tell them I wasn't lying? This sucks so bad. And Beck said, it's best that they don't know. As sad as it is, that would kill my channel. I do not want them knowing because they'll just make it an even bigger, more messy thing. I'm going to address that I saw you and have the rings, but we don't hang out, dude. That's just how it has to be. That's what they have to know because YouTube is my only income and I'm only getting $200. And at the time, Beck was saying that they had a job, even though they didn't. And I said, but what about the backlash I'm getting for lying, even though I'm not lying? And Beck said, if this comes out, it would be even less. Talking about money. And I'm like, I'm literally choosing you over myself.
I really do believe that Amber follows, maybe not follows, but has seen every single no-name, like me, reaction channel on YouTube, like for sure.
And that
So she definitely knows the big ones like Salty Crab.
was that. So I stayed with the lie. It's not irrelevant when Beck literally said last night that it's not true. What is happening? I feel like I thought I was going to be crying more than laughing. Ugh. And then this is where they said that they lost their job and YouTube didn't know about it. You guys thought that they still was working. Sorry, I am a boomer. Look at all those tabs I have. So I literally just read it to you, so it's like common sense of what it says. But it's like people, it's funny because like I'm literally like, okay, so something that Beck said straight up was a lie. What Beck said last night was a lie. And like I'm also showing that like Beck has urged me to lie repeatedly to my audience, and I would do it to protect them. Here's what it is. I don't know. Yes, I was on FaceTime. I told you guys I have friends, silly. Beck already admitted that though. No. Watch their live stream from last night. They literally said, I wasn't friends with them. I wasn't friends with Amberlynn. That's not true. I never said that. That's what they said. At this point, y'all both messy. I'm very messy. I'm literally messy. I was toxic. Like it wasn't good at all. But like people are genuinely so committed to like me being the bad guy that like they will not see any like wrongdoing in Beck. Like it is so weird to me. I don't want you guys to think that they're a bad person because that's not my motive because they're not. But like accountability needs to go around everywhere. Girl, no, we see it. Okay. Beck clearly wiped you. See, this is like that moment where I was like, where I literally almost slipped, and I was like, you know what I did? You know what I did for them? Oh, but I can't. I would never. Oh, wait. So also part of the live stream last night from Beck,
I would
they were
never
laughing at me, but that's fine.
I would never, except I love being able to say, but what about them?
I quoted it. So they were like, oh, there's something else I want to talk to you guys about. Giggle, giggle. This is good. I'll have to save it for later, though. That's what they said in the live stream. And then they also added on, it's stuff that I'm holding on to just in case. Laugh, laugh, laugh. So I just wanted to, I'll just do it. I'll save Beck the trouble and I'll do it. So Beck wants to talk about a time that I had bed bugs. Not me laughing too. It's actually genuinely kind of funny. So when I was with Destiny and we were living in the townhomes, after me and Destiny broke up, I moved my bed. Like you can go back and like watch all these vlogs. I feel like I've documented so many things. Um, I moved my bed up against. Do you guys know like the little cable, the little like cable thing? Like how there's like
Cable
holes
thing.
through it or whatever. Um, I was getting okay. So how we found out I had bed bugs, they wouldn't touch me. They never bit me, not one time. But Beck, when we
That's actually not true. So with bed bugs, they're gonna bite everyone around. Some people don't have an allergy to it, so you never see that you were bitten by bed bugs. That is almost certainly what happened.
first started dating, they would come over and they would always leave with like little bites on them, and I'm like, what is happening? So one day I searched my whole bed and I couldn't find anything. I'm like itching thinking about it because since then I have not. So I could not find anything. And then I go over because I just moved my bed, right? Oh, I'm itching. I go over and I look by the cable hole and there's bed bugs coming. They're coming through the cable hole and going onto the mattress because I'm not like, even Destiny knows this and Beck knows this, but the neighbor next to me, they had cockroaches, they had bed bugs. Like that's how I got Rarity because they threw a bunch of kittens outside in a storm. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening
And where is Rarity now?
right now? But yeah, so that was like a situation that happened that I was literally like my jaw was on the floor, like I was freaking out. It was really not, it was not good. Um Alyssa, I don't think you've been here the whole time, honey. Y'all acting like you ain't never had lice. I had lice so bad when I was in kindergarten. They sent me home like 9 million times. Like, yeah. Lindsay, you must not have watched the whole thing, honey buns. Um, it was literally, oh my God, Wayne, that's hectic. Your roach. It was an earwig. Lice isn't the same as bed bugs at all. Ew, someone just said I need your cooter. Okay, sorry, I just had to share that because I was like, I'll just share it. Okay. Ooh. A lot of people like
Yeah, it doesn't matter what pests your neighbor has if you don't also have the thing the pests want.
we're like, you guys never even had sex. I don't know who said that, but me and Beck definitely had sex.
You
Like, in the
did.
beginning,
You
especially.
said it.
And then once I started having my cancer symptoms, the sex obviously stopped. But then it was 2 months before they broke up with me. We did the deed. So that's what couples do, folks. It's because a lot of people are like, you guys didn't
Your cancer symptoms that existed for years on end.
even have like sex. They were just your caregiver. Like that's not how it was
Yes.
at all. No one asked. A lot of people actually talk about it. You wouldn't even believe. You probably forced her to. God, no. Noella, this reminds me also. Thank you. You guys keep sparking stuff in my brain. So I guess Beck said how they were never actually in love with me and they never actually loved me. I did not watch the Casey live stream. I physically can't. I don't want anything to do with Casey at all in any sort of fucking no. So I guess in that live stream, because trust me, people have been contacting me. So when I'm the type of person that I will not have sex with someone unless we're in a relationship. I will not have sex with you unless I love you or I feel that feeling of falling in love with you. Like I can't find
Which you talk yourself into constantly.
you like super like I can look at someone and be like, damn, they're attractive. Damn. But I like literally can't look at someone and be like, oh, I want to have sex with you unless I literally love you or unless I'm in a relationship with you. I can do phone sex here and there, you know, stupid things like that. But like physical intimacy,
Awful.
not gonna happen.
Gross.
So it was April. So Beck first messaged me February 21st. And it was April. It was the second time I've ever met Beck in person. Dalton was a phone sex. I just explained that.
Yuck.
And I was so drunk. I think I had like 8 buzzballs. So anyways, so yeah, it was April 10th or 9th or something like that. So it was the second time I ever met Beck in person, and they were staying the night with me, and we were making out on my bed, and they were trying to go further than that. And I literally told them right then and there, I had to be like nice about it. I was like, I can't do this unless like I'm actually in a relationship with someone. That's just like how it's always been for me. Like when it comes to physical in-person intimacy, I don't know what it is. That's just how it's always been. Obviously
So you're very quick to get into a relationship, but nothing else.
not when I was in high school. Like when I was in high school, that was different. So anyways,
Yeah, she loves to pretend she was the big slut in high school, which is, there's no way that's true.
it was not an hour later. That was
Yes, I'm sure the girl that, by her own admission, was known as Fat Amber was very easy in high school and very sought after.
when Beck asked me to be their girlfriend. And it's like, I look back now and I'm like, I don't understand the situation. How did I force them to ask? I literally just said like I don't feel comfortable being intimate to that like degree unless like I'm in a like Beck could have said yeah I understand and we could have just like moved on. I don't know. It's just like weird. The choker cheese isn't real, obviously. And someone said she really thinks we're that stupid, huh? This is literally actually a conversation that we've done in like either a vlog or like a live stream or something. So did you tell Beck they were your employee? I've never said that unless it was during our live stream era because Beck was obviously getting some of that money, but I've never like during a vlog been like, oh, you're my employee. That never happened. Did you force Beck into a relationship? Absolutely not. You can't force someone into a relationship.
I mean, you could bully them into
Maybe you
it.
forgot. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Oh, I ignored a super chat. Sorry. Let me go look. Would you do a live with Chantel? Yeah, why not? Everyone deserves a chance to grow. Oh, thank you, Orange. Oh my god, I cannot believe that you're here.
She's been growing pretty steadily.
Hi. How pissed was your mama's wife when she found you flirting with him in the DMs? I've never flirted with your mom in the DMs. I don't even know how to contact him. I have never talked to him privately, ever. Ever. So, what? Walk to the tree. You didn't say what happened to the 6K. All you said was you shared a bank account. The 6K just went into the bank account. I don't know. It went into the bank account. There was nothing was ever like done with it. It was just like collected within all the other money. But I remember Beck recently saying like they wanted to do things for their mother with that money, and I don't understand. Like they got tattoos, went to the cabin, and we would buy cute little gifts to put next to the headstone and like things like that. Like it didn't come out to 6K, no, but like they were free to do whatever they wanted. That's the part that's like just really confusing to me.
Weird how you kept tabs on everything they did with the money, but they were totally free to do whatever they wanted with it.
What type of traits do you want to have as a person, and is it possible for you to become that person while engaging in this community and toxicity? So to answer the second part, no. What type of traits do you want to have as a person? I want to be empathetic. I want to be a good person, like behind the scenes. Like a lot of people are like, you're not a good person if like you give something to the homeless or you give money to the homeless or you donate to charity and you have to tell everyone. Like very that person. Which thankfully I am, but I want to be like overall all around good, but I know that like that's not like there's going to be a little bit of bad in everyone, and that's just like genuinely like the realism of it all. But like I want to like regulate my emotions better, and I want to be more like spiritual and like connected to the universe, and I want to be more mature and more confident. Regulating my emotions is like the biggest one for me, truly, because I just feel like I have such a hard time doing that. Obviously, duh, BPD, but there's a lot of other things. I can ramble on forever. Tell the truth about Gracie. I have a million times before, and so has Destiny. There's nothing more I can actually swing that. How about go to an actual therapist? I do. I thought you paid for the cabin. Yeah, it came out of the little bank account that we had. Like all of that money is together, like in one. Like we shared all of the money. What was mine was theirs. That was the way that I always viewed it. Yes, Beck had their own card. We both had our own separate card. Theirs with their name. I just thought of something.
For the first time?
Sorry, I just had a full. Sorry, I just thought of something. Raven. That's what I was just thinking. Because Feline was like, baby, like we're in a relationship together. Like you can't keep paying for your ex's stuff. Like this was months after me and Beck finally broke up. And so obviously I had to take the debit card. I don't think I ever threw it away. And it literally says Beck's name right on it because we had our own separate. That's why I literally just glitched. Oh, someone said you're not Raven Simone. No, I.
What's weird about having... Is she saying that they each had a debit card with their name on it? But it's a joint account, so there's nothing weird about that.
No, it's because I was like, wait a minute.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding what she's saying.
No, I didn't steal their card. After we broke up months and months down the line, we're like, we need our own banks. Like, what is happening here? So instead of me getting a new one, Beck just did. But yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Of course, Beck was the one that had to like put in effort and do work, and you got to just keep what you already had.
because I still paid for the car, I paid for the insurance, I paid for the car payment, gas. I'm not gonna say that.
You were the only one with money.
Food, etc., months after we broke up. And Feline was like, this is just getting weird. I don't have the account anymore, no. I think it was maybe 2 years later, I got a completely different bank, a whole completely different bank.
A completely different bank. They're not even kind of the same bank.
Explain Damon White. Yeah, I could do that. I explained it actually in my last members live stream. So this was back when I was with Destiny. It was like when I first started learning all about like the hate forums and stuff. I thought it was like the craziest concept of my life. And I heard about the ones on Facebook. And obviously, like, I'm not going to go into an Amberlynn Reid hate group as Amberlynn Reid with my real Facebook. And I had a friend at the time who has publicly stated that this is a true story, by the way, back then. So they had a fake Facebook. And I asked them, I was like, can I use your fake book? Wait, that's good. I was like, can I use your fake Facebook? And they were like, sure. So they sent me all of like the login information, et cetera, et cetera. So I would go into this is so embarrassing. I would go into the Facebook and I would literally like low key stick up for myself, like using the Damon White. And like,
haha, isn't it so quirky?
My friend like publicly was like, yeah, that's actually true. All of that is very true. So yeah.
After you paid for them to say that.
When are you going on LOL Cow? Huh? What is that? Are you talking about the Keemstar stuff? Oh my God, I don't know. It makes me anxious. It sounds like financial abuse because months after me and my partner broke up, I was like, we probably shouldn't share money anymore. We weren't together. What? I'm literally confused. What friend was this? Her name was Danielle.
And where's Danielle now? Weird how none of your old friends are ever still around ever.
See, that's the part that's not true. I didn't just give Beck $100. That's literally the point that I'm trying to make. It was September, like towards the end of September. I was like, because we broke up June. Yeah, it was in June. It was the end of September where I was like, we need different bank accounts. Like, I can't have you like keep using my money. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I think I have a screenshot of that. Hold on.
How convenient.
Hold on a second.
I mean, Beck shouldn't have still been using Amber's money at that point. It is weird. I do agree. But you also created the situation where Beck was wholly reliant on you.
Oh, God. Right here. It was the end of September. I finally was like, please switch car payments and car insurance so you can start paying for it effective immediately. Same goes for the phone bill and whatever other bills. So that was the end of September. And then right here in September, I was like, you need to have your own bank account. Don't just switch bank accounts. Like, have your own separate. I was like, just open a new one. I'm going to keep this one. And they got super mad at me. And they were like, then go to the fucking bank with me. I was like, and then, I can't show that.
Yeah, how dare Beck be really annoyed at you after all this behavior?
That part, because that's personal to them. I can't show this part. Hold on, let me just block it out. Because they would get pissed if I showed that. And like I said, I'm not here to bash back. I'm not here to say all of the fucking tea. Hold on, let me just take this part off. Money, right there. I'm just blocking off one word in red. Yeah, I was like, you need to open your own bank account. Just open a new one. I'm going to keep this one. I need you to start using your own money for blank. I can't say. Plus, when I pay you on the 22nd, I don't want you using this bank account anymore. Like, we weren't together for months. Right here. Like, we weren't together for months. And you know what's really sad about that is I genuinely probably would have still been paying for a while. It's just Feline was like, this makes me feel weird. And I was like, oh, okay. I was able to finally get into it, but for years I was not able to. Like, I have screenshots of all the screenshots.
Yeah, weird how you could get into the bank at the end when you needed to, but not for the years you were together.
Lots of that.
Suddenly you had access to the bank, magically.
I already showed one. Love you so much, Amber. You're an inspiration to me. I've also been struggling and can really need your love and support. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I didn't make them be in a joint account. I did not make them. No. I went onto their account because they wanted to do it as well. It would be rude to ask Amber how much she put in the shared account. I'm sure it was way more money. Whose money do you think they lived off of? It's not our business anyways. Thank you for the super chat. Where did joint account money go after breakup? Beck was able to use it the whole time we were together. Like what was mine was theirs. And then even months after we broke up, from the live streams, they were able to use it for food, for housing, for clothing, for whatever they wanted, needed, car insurance, gas, car payment, like et cetera, like that never stopped even after we broke up. The last live stream they were ever in on my channel was in September.
Don't feel too bad, Lizzie. I'm going to be stopping pretty soon. I can't put up with much more of this.
It's because you put them in that position. No, I didn't. You free blood all over Eric and Ricky's house. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, so you kept it contained to 2 rooms of the house.
Yes, this is live now. Hello, hello, JC. Welcome, welcome. I love how they think they know everything in here. I know it is. It's almost exhausting. Like I'm actually like exhausted. Yes, Cactus, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much.
Just giving her money for nothing.
You did on the mattress in the living room. No, that was just in case I got blood on something. So I was really nervous about that because it got to the point, sadly, that just like
not nervous enough to go to the hospital and find out what's happening to you.
A pad wouldn't just completely suffice. So as embarrassing as it is, like my cancer symptoms were so bad that I had to like wear a rag and I was so nervous. So I made sure to never get blood on anything though, ever. You got blood on the couch. I've never gotten blood on their couch, ever.
You broke a couch once.
Mama D, I have been, and it's been hard. It's been embarrassing, especially like the stuff in the beginning.
Especially.
All of you shall be judged one day also. Oh my, oh, that's hard. I'm curious, I also have BPD, and do you know what type of BPD you have? I have discouraged. Yes, discouraged, and hold on. What was the other one called?
Let me read it from this book because I don't actually have a diagnosis.
Hold on a second. I'm actually going to be talking about this. Hold on. Discouraged is my like the top one because that's the one that I tested the highest for. Where is it? Oh, this ain't it.
Tested the highest on my own in this workbook that I just filled out instead of being diagnosed.
This ain't it. Oh, and I learned about, oh my God, I cannot even believe I learned about what attachment style I am. And I'm like, what is going on? So there's 4 types of BPD. Discouraged and self-destructive. So discouraged, I scored like the highest, and then the second highest was the self-destructive. There's actually something I think I'm going to save it for my vlog though, but it's a therapy update. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about therapy, which I'm kind of not, but this is honestly fucking amazing. And I'm so super freaking like happy about this update that I have. I don't have BPD, you have obesity. That will forever be like one of my favorite things. That's genuinely so funny. Oh, thank you, Helen. I appreciate that so much. I also want to say thank you guys so much for like all of the super chats. Okay, chats. It's been greatly appreciated, and I genuinely just appreciate you guys being in here. Amber, I've been with you since the Dusty era. I love you. Oh my God, that's been forever. You have only admitted to being controlling. What else? Oh, I admitted to other things about the wiping thing. That was really embarrassing. God, my brain is not working. I don't remember everything Becca said.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I also believe that there are 2 sides. Well, there's 3 sides to every story, really. Don't call Becca bomb. See, this isn't about anything like just don't be mean. Just don't say mean things. I'm not here to, oh, thank you, Sally. That was so sweet. Why do you think you're so controlling in your relationships? Ugh. People hate, I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why people hate when I talk about my BPD, but it has to be one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced in my life because that's genuinely something that I struggle with. But that's why. There's no excuse, obviously, but
nothing's my fault, you guys, ever.
Main reason why a lot of people have BPD is
I'm a permanent victim because I have this disorder.
Due to their childhood and being abandoned constantly. And so what BPD is it's rooted around abandonment. So when anything makes me feel like I'm being abandoned, it's like this controlling feeling comes out, and it's not good. And oh my God, thank God it's gotten so much better. But like, yeah, that was definitely, yeah. I don't know why people keep saying microchip your pets when I literally just took them to the vet. Do you guys not remember that? They are microchipped.
And yet you didn't mention it for some insane reason in your vlogs. Sure, why not? The thing we've all been screaming at you to do. Just suddenly, oh, I just forgot to mention it. Weird.
Yes, BPD is perceived trauma. That was beautifully put. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Microchip me. Oh my God, stop. Poor little babies. And healthy as could be. Microchip yourself. Stop. Hi, Kron. How are you? I do need a psychiatrist because I think I need some sort of medication for sure to like just calm down. Like I've been so anxious. I have been just like, I don't know, just feeling awful.
This is a live stream of her live stream.
Like anxious and like it feels constant fight or flight. Like I don't know how much more like my heart can actually take. It is constant fight or flight. Medication does nothing for BPD. So it can't heal you, can't cure you, can't nothing, but there are medicines that can actually help with certain BPD symptoms. So why did you buy your own engagement rings?
You'll probably defeat any BPD medication just like you did the semaglutide 3 times.
Because I was the only one who made money. Like, I mean, what else? Like, what? I don't understand.
Even though that one sounds terrible, I'll give that to her.
I'm medicated for BPD and on SSRIs to help regulate moods. Yes, Danny. Yes. Does it help? I really hope so. I know everyone's different, of course. Mental things is scary for sure. All parties are partaking in this back and forth for one reason only, money. If anyone says otherwise, they're lying. It's all old news recycled anyway. So for me, this is actually about my mental health. It has been so heavy, like all of this.
You're heavy.
Because it's like, it just came out of nowhere. And I have been harassed and harassed and harassed about all of these things. So it's like, duh, I'm going to come on here and be like, yeah, I did that. But no, I did not do that. Because so many people are asking. And I think after this live stream, I'm going to feel
big.
Like, damn, that was
hungry.
hard, but I think I'm going to feel better. Some like me have a nuanced perspective and admire your balls in doing this live. However, you're ignoring the power imbalance in your relationship with Beck. Power imbalance. Okay, that's fair. I could see that. Maybe because I had the income. Torrid Hall when queen. I actually just posted a Torrid Hall today, and in not my next vlog, but I think the vlog after that, I'm like actually trying it on. Someone said I ignored someone's super chat. I might not have seen it, so let me go look. Oh, okay. Do you understand that you financially abused Beck even if you didn't mean to? Can you grasp your actions negatively affected them to this day? Okay, so the second part, I'm going to answer that first. Can you grasp that your actions negatively affected them to this day? Absolutely. And I'm so very sorry for that because I would hate to be the reason why someone is still in pain or still affected or still feel any negativity to themselves or about the world or about me, like whatever it may be. Like, I don't want anyone to ever feel bad. Do you understand that you financially abused Beck even if you didn't mean to? No. And I say that honestly because they had free range.
Of course not.
Of every single penny that I made, obviously besides the stuff for taxes, of course, and money for bills, et cetera, like I can't understand that. I can't. And I think I've tried, but I can't because like, I know what happened. Like I understand other people's point of view and it's like, as an outsider, it's like, oh, whoa, because it's like a lot of people believe what Beck is saying, but like as someone who literally lived the experience, I'm like, whoa, I am genuinely confused. Like there was no financial abuse. There was none.
I mean, you did make her quit her job, but okay.
At all. They wanted something, they got it. They needed something, they got it.
Make them quit their job. I know I make that mistake a lot because I got a lot of history of watching Beck as Becky. So, you know, no ill intent on my end. I acknowledge that it happens.
I'm telling you, we would go on shopping sprees where I would be like, what are we doing with ourselves? Like, we spend so much money. So I would constantly try to like, both of us like have a budget where I was like, okay, so we're both. Hello? Wait, press 1 if I'm back. I think I might have figured it out.
Oh, weird. Okay. I thought that was my mistake.
Am I here? Press 1 if I'm here.
Press 1 if
Okay, are we
she
100%
is
sure?
too heavy.
Hello? Press 1, please.
All right, I can't let this go
Okay.
on.
I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, this is like really annoying because genuinely I am trying to talk to my audience.
All right, you know what, girls? Thanks for pressing 1. I appreciate you supporting my bullying. So it's been an hour and a half for me. That's enough for this. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and wrap this up. But we had a good time. I appreciate you girls sticking with me, especially the ones of you who were here for my first failed stream, disaster stream. I had to go reset the router like a caveman, but I did it. But I appreciate you guys coming in and making this a successful stream. You can hear my dogs barking in the background, probably. It helps the channel out. I've been stagnant at like 270 whatever subs for a while, and that's okay. You know, I'm not monetized. I don't do this for money, obviously. But you know, if you're here, I appreciate you being here. Just makes it all the more meaningful. I'm glad you guys could make it, and I will see you guys in the next one. And keep an eye out for me finishing the girls' live stream probably tomorrow. I've been Six Bacons. You all did great, and I'll see you